Good morning, YouTube. It's your man, Ray George Page, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, this is out to my brothers who are fans of wrestling. My brother Exeguche23, my brother Reacher Watcher, also my sister Miss Ficiana, and also my big brother, the coach, El Coche. This is, like I said, I dedicate every time I do a wrestling video to them because they're big wrestling fans like I am. We grew up with wrestling, not wrestling, wrestling when it was real good. I mean, I grew up a good part of the Attitude Era and also the early days. But anyway, this news has been dropped. As you know, last year WWE has dropped some wrestlers, some active wrestlers, because of what the reason, big reason is because of things going on with the coronavirus and the restrictions and stuff like that, and because a big part of it because companies like that depend on audience attendance and the money they make from when people come and and come see the shows. But with like I said, with the guidelines in which they social distancing and they try to halt the spread of the virus, a lot of WWE shows do not have audience. Other than the last, they had the WrestleMania where they did in Florida because Florida is not a progressive state, as you know. Several other more progressive states have put in guidelines where there are no huge attendance of the public. So this affects WWE bottom line because they basically make the money off of the people coming to see the wrestling matches and these shows and but they're surviving. They're a multi-billion-dollar industry, but they decided to still because of that to cut some wrestlers. And you notice on the front here is Samoan Joe. And Titan Sports, or WWE Network, whichever you want to go by it, it's just something this is going on with them. And like I said again, they are a billion-dollar company. You think they can probably keep some of these wrestlers, but I think some of these wrestlers, they're ones who've been there too long. Others who are not really going nowhere in careers, and just whatever reason they feel that they want to cut because of, as I said, excuses because of the COVID restrictions is hurting their bottom line. But hey, they still got enough money. They're not like they're broke. They make money off merchandising. Anyway, one of the most notables is Samoan Joe. And Samoan Joe has been in the game for forever. As you know, he wrestled for like organizations like Ring of Honor, ECW. He wrestled with TNA, later become Impact. And then he came to WWE about a few years ago. And he held a couple of titles, and now Joe's being let go. But with somebody like Joe, he has a future. He can always go back to ROH. Impact can probably pick him up, and there's also AEW, who is it's kind of like, if you follow me on when I talk about MMA, it's kind of like the Bellator of professional wrestling. They pick up the old wrestlers. Then you also have another legend, Mickie James. Mickie James has been a several-time women's tag team champion. Women's champion. She has also wrestled for groups like organizations like Impact, and I think she did some time in ECW. And I remember Mickie James was, Mickie James got a nice booty for a white girl. Truthfully, But like I said, she's been in the game for a long time. Then you also have Bo Dallas, and Bo has been with wrestling with WE since about around about 2010, 2012, I believe. And Bo, he is the son of Mike Rotundo, aka RS, and that's a WWE legend. And also, he's the younger brother of Wade Bryant, whatever his name is. I forgot his name. Wade Bryant, or Brett Wade. How do you say his name? Brett Wyatt. Yeah, Brett Wyatt, who's not his new character. And he came in more like a heel. And then he hasn't been too much on the scene. I think he wrestled mostly in NXT for a bit and some little bit here on Raw and SmackDown. But I figured let him go because it got really nothing to do with his character. He's not really going anywhere, so that's why they're dropping him. And then you have some other wrestlers like Chelsea Green, who I don't really know much about. Billie Kay, she was also in NXT that was picked up, and she was part of a tag team, but later, they broke up the tag team, I think, when they split up her partner. And this character by the name Kalisto, he is a former cruiserweight champion. He held tag team champions, and just he's been there for a while. But I think they have nothing to go with his character. Sometimes it's about what they can do with a character, and they can't really further your character anymore. You can't get a big push, then they let you go. But also Um, Peyton Royce is also getting dropped, which is somebody I don't even know much about. If you know some of these people, just drop this in the comment section. I don't really follow wrestling like I used to be. Like other than Samoa Joe, Mickey James, and Bo Dallas, a lot of these wrestlers that are being cut, I don't really even recognize. I don't, know because like I say, I don't watch WWE because WWE is trash. And then just recently, this week, um, Talia, you know, Talia Valkyrie made her debut, but this time she's called a new character they created to become Frankie Monet, and she debuted on NXT the other night. Well, it was not X, yeah, it was NXT the other night where it was a night where three of the ladies who won at the WrestleMania, such as oh, 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 thank you. That's my man, XA, saying happy birthday to my mother. Thanks, XA. And anyway, three of the ladies like Ray Ripley, Bianca Belair, and the other chick who won at the WrestleMania, and I think Frankie Monet is supposed to be the opponent for the chick who's still at NXT, who's the NXT Women's Champion. So, what's the future for a lot of these wrestlers? Well, some of the ones, like I said, I don't know. They're still probably prospects. As the opportunity, they can go to like AEW. There's also Impact, and there's also Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor, they just started back doing shows with no crowds. And, Joe can go back to Ring of Honor because that's where he's more recognized than before. There because, ECW's gone because ECW has been bought out by WWE. And AEW, like I said before, is the Bellator of professional wrestling, where they keep picking up the old wrestlers. And a lot of the younger wrestlers, they may have to go to small organizations and work them, the independents and try to get themselves up. But that's probably the best thing for some of these ones that have not really gained a lot of opportunities, or what's the word? What I'm talking about. So that's possibly what's going to happen to some of those wrestlers who are not as well known. Mickey James, I think at one point she had like a little singing career, so she can maybe start that up. And Bo Dallas, being the son of a wrestling legend, there's opportunities for him. Like I said, he probably go to AEW or probably Impact. Like I said, these organizations are still the only few organizations that have not been bought up by the Titan Sports and swallowed in by WWE. So like I said, this is like I said, like I don't really watch wrestling much like I used to, but some of these people are legends, and the rest are still up and comers, and the up and comers got better opportunities to go to a small organization where probably can build themselves up. Maybe hell, you never know. They might even get picked back up by WWE once they ever really establish themselves as a better characters. So anyway, what y'all thoughts? How you feel? You feel like this is just wow. It's just you're surprised by some releases, or you just say, well, it is what it is. This is your man always George Page. Like, don't subscribe. I'm out.